Perth is often described as one of the most isolated major cities on Earth. It sits on the western edge of Australia, facing the Indian Ocean, separated from the country's eastern cities by thousands of kilometers of desert and wilderness. But, isolation has shaped Perth into something truly unique. It is a city where modern skyscrapers meet untouched nature, where kangaroos live just minutes from the downtown skyline, and where beaches with crystal-clear water are, well, part of everyday life. In this documentary, we are taking you through Perth's top attractions: its city center, riverfront, islands, wildlife, beaches, historic towns, and even surreal desert landscapes that look like another planet. This is Perth, Western Australia. The journey begins in the Perth Central Business District, known simply as the CBD. This is the financial and cultural heart of Western Australia. Tall glass towers rise above wide streets and leafy parks, reflecting the city's wealth built on mining, energy, and global trade. Unlike many crowded global cities, Perth feels spacious and calm. The city consistently ranks among the world's most livable places, thanks to its clean environment, strong economy, and high quality of life. Walking through the CBD, you can feel a balance between business, lifestyle, and nature that honestly, few cities manage to achieve. Just a short walk from the CBD is Elizabeth Quay, one of Perth's newest and most ambitious waterfront developments. Opened in 2016, Elizabeth Quay transformed an industrial shoreline into a modern public space filled with restaurants, luxury hotels, public art, and pedestrian areas. The Elizabeth Quay Bridge connects the city to a small island in the Swan River. From the bridge, you get panoramic views of the skyline, the river, and the surrounding city. At night, the bridge lights up, creating one of the most iconic photo spots in Perth. Crossing the bridge feels symbolic. On one side, the modern city skyline. On the other, open water and public space where people relax, picnic, and watch the sunset. It perfectly represents Perth's identity as a city built around nature. The Swan River is Perth's lifeline. Boat cruises on the river offer a relaxing way to explore the city, passing luxury riverside homes, parks, marinas, and historic landmarks. The river was named after the black swans spotted by Dutch explorers in the 17th century. Today, it remains central to Perth's lifestyle, with locals boating, kayaking, fishing, and cycling along its shores. For tourists, the Perth Explorer bus is an easy way to see the city. It connects major attractions like Kings Park, Elizabeth Quay, and cultural districts, offering a convenient overview of Perth's highlights. Another fun way to explore is by Segway. Segway tours along the riverfront have become popular, combining sightseeing with a fun, eco-friendly mode of transport. One of Perth's most unusual landmarks is the Bell Tower. Inside the tower are the Swan Bells, some of which date back to the 14th century. These bells once hung in St. Martin-in-the-Fields Church in London and were gifted to Perth as part of Australia's bicentenary celebrations. Today, visitors can hear the bells ring across the city and even participate in bell-ringing experiences, connecting Perth with centuries of British history. The Perth Mint is another historic institution. Founded in 1899 during the Western Australian Gold Rush, it is one of the world's oldest operating mints. The mint still produces gold coins and bullion and is known globally for its precious metal refining. Visitors can watch molten gold being poured into bars, a dramatic reminder of how Perth's economy was built on gold and mining wealth. Along the Swan River, long riverside paths stretch for kilometers. These paths are popular for walking, jogging, and cycling, connecting parks, suburbs, and attractions. They really reflect Perth's outdoor lifestyle, where nature is part of daily life rather than something distant. One of Perth's greatest treasures is Kings Park. It is one of the largest inner-city parks in the world, actually larger than New York's Central Park, and offers stunning views of the skyline and river. Kings Park is both a natural reserve and a cultural space. It features walking trails, war memorials, picnic areas, and lookout points. Locals come here for relaxation, while tourists come for the views and the natural beauty. Inside Kings Park is the Western Australian Botanic Garden. Western Australia is home to more than 12,000 plant species, many of which exist nowhere else on Earth. The gardens showcase native wildflowers, eucalyptus forests, and desert plants, offering a living lesson in Australia's unique biodiversity. One of Perth's most surprising attractions is Harrison Island. Located right in the city, the island is home to a population of wild kangaroos. Seeing kangaroos hopping around just minutes from skyscrapers perfectly captures Perth's unique blend of urban life and wildlife. Perth Zoo is another major attraction. It is one of Australia's leading zoos and focuses heavily on conservation, breeding programs, and education. Visitors can see native animals like koalas, wombats, and kangaroos, as well as species from around the world. The zoo plays an important role in wildlife conservation and research. Across the river from the CBD is South Perth. This area offers some of the best skyline views of the city. It's a peaceful residential suburb with parks, cafes, and waterfront promenades. Many locals come here for evening walks, picnics, and photography. Perth also offers casual entertainment options like bowling centers and arcades, which really reflects the city's relaxed and family-friendly lifestyle. One of the most scenic ways to cross the river is by ferry. The Trans-Perth Ferry connects the city with South Perth. It's actually one of the shortest ferry rides in the world, taking only a few minutes, but it offers spectacular views of the skyline and river. Perth is famous for its beaches. Cottesloe Beach, Scarborough Beach, and City Beach are known for their white sand, clear water, and dramatic sunsets over the Indian Ocean. Unlike many crowded global beaches, Perth's coastline often feels spacious and peaceful, making it a favorite destination for surfers, swimmers, and sunset watchers. A short ferry ride from Perth is Rottnest Island, which is, honestly, one of Western Australia's top tourist destinations. Ferries depart from Perth and Fremantle, carrying visitors across these beautiful turquoise waters to this car-free island. Rottnest Island is actually a protected nature reserve, with stunning beaches, coral reefs, and a network of cycling paths. But it also has a complex history, including its past as an Aboriginal prison site, which is an important part of Australia's historical narrative. These days, Rottnest Island is famous for snorkeling, cycling, and wildlife encounters. Bicycles are really the main mode of transport on the island, and visitors often ride around, stopping at beaches, lookout points, and, plenty of cafes. Rottnest Island is famous worldwide for quokkas. These small marsupials are known for their friendly expressions, and, honestly, they've become internet famous for quokka selfies. While they look cute and approachable, visitors are encouraged to respect wildlife and not feed or touch them. For those seeking a bit of luxury, Pinky's Beach Club on Rottnest Island offers beachside dining, luxury tents, and some pretty amazing ocean views. It really represents the modern tourism side of the island, blending comfort with nature. Back on the mainland, Fremantle, often called Freo, is Perth's historic port city. It's got a strong maritime heritage, a vibrant art scene, and some really well-preserved 19th century architecture. Fremantle feels different from Perth's CBD, with a more relaxed, artistic, and historic atmosphere. Market Street is one of Fremantle's main thoroughfares, lined with cafes, boutiques, and historic buildings that reflect its colonial past. The Fremantle markets are a cultural icon. They've been operating for over a century and feature local produce, handmade crafts, street food, and live music. The markets are a real hub for local culture and creativity. Fremantle Prison is one of Australia's most significant historic sites and, believe it or not, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Built by convicts in the 1850s, it later housed prisoners until 1991. Today, it's a museum offering tours through cells, tunnels, and execution rooms, telling powerful stories of crime, punishment, and reform in Australia. Just north of Perth are the Lancelin Sand Dunes. These massive dunes offer a dramatic desert landscape right next to the ocean, which is pretty unique. Visitors can sandboard, drive off-road vehicles, or simply admire the shifting sands shaped by wind and time. Further north is the Pinnacles Desert in Nambung National Park. Thousands of limestone pillars rise from the yellow sand, creating this surreal, almost alien landscape. Scientists believe these formations developed over millions of years through natural processes involving ancient seas and erosion. The pinnacles attract photographers, scientists, and tourists from around the world, making them one of Western Australia's most iconic natural landmarks. Perth is a city of contrasts. It is modern yet surrounded by ancient landscapes. It is isolated yet globally connected. It is relaxed yet economically powerful. From its vibrant CBD and waterfront to wildlife islands and desert wonders, Perth offers experiences that, honestly, few cities in the world can match. And perhaps that is Perth's greatest strength. It doesn't try to compete with Sydney or Melbourne. It quietly stands on its own, deeply connected to nature, shaped by history, and full of stories just waiting to be explored.